down a letter to Emerson Mnangagwa addressing various issues ahead of the much anticipated ZANUPF National People's Conference, which kickstarts today, they are explosives already. There is a lot, especially on X Space, on Facebook. It's an issue that is under scrutiny. So we will be reading this open letter written to Emerson Mnangagwa by yours truly, blessed Runesu Geza, and I'll be going through the letter. It's a couple of pages, and then we will speak afterwards. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So it's written as follows: an open letter to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa. That's how Blessed Geza wrote it. 11 October 2025. His Excellency President Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, President of the Republic of Zimbabwe, State House, Harare, Zimbabwe. Subject: an urgent demand for action against the 192 million plunder of Zimbabwe's treasury by Wicknell Chivai. And it's written as follows: Your Excellency, number one, we are compelled to address you today not out of malice, but from a place of profound national duty and deep-seated concern for the future of the Republic of Zimbabwe. We are taking the unprecedented step of an open letter because the avenues of accountability which your government is constitutionally mandated to uphold appear to be entirely compromised and unresponsive to one of the most staggering acts of brazen looting in our nation's history. Two, it is with profound shock and a growing sense of humiliation that we have watched the meteoric rise of Mr. Wicknell Chivai from a convicted criminal to a central figure in state affairs. Your Excellency, we recall the promises made upon your assumption of the presidency in December 2017, where you solemnly pledged to the people of Zimbabwe a new dawn, free from the scourge of corruption. We remember the commitment to hold individuals like Wicknell Chivai accountable for past crimes, including the well-documented $5 million fraud against the Zimbabwe Power Company. 3. It is therefore inexplicable and deep concerning that rather than being held to account, Mr. Chivai has become one of your most visible and influential allies. His unashamed public appearances with you have bestowed upon him an unmerited stature, transforming him into a de facto actor. This relationship, which has flourished despite warnings from within your own government and the public, has sent a chilling message that impunity is permissible for those with proximity to power. 4. Your Excellency, our primary and most urgent concern stems from credible information indicating that under the protection of this relationship, Mr. Chivai has undertaken a brazen and systematic looting of our national treasury. It is alleged that through a network of shelf companies, IMC Technologies, IMC Communications, King's Excellence, IMC Agriculture, IMC Plant Hire, and Breeze, he has successfully defrauded the government of Zimbabwe of a staggering 192,761,700. The modus operandi, as we understand it, is as audacious as it is criminal. A. The use of fake tender documents and invoices launched with the Ministry of Finance, Investment Promotion and Economic Development. B. The alleged collusion with the high-ranking government officials to ensure these fraud claims are approved and paid without due diligence. The immediate withdrawal of almost the entire sum in cash from the bank accounts, flouting the very financial regulations that ordinary Zimbabweans and businesses are subjected to. 6. The detailed breakdown where companies receive millions only for over 99% of the funds to be withdrawn in cash instantly is not the behavior of legitimate business. It is the hallmark of grand theft and money laundering on an industrial scale. This has effectively turned our national treasury into a personal ATM for a convicted fraudster, while our people suffer from a lack of resources for essential services. 7. Furthermore, the involvement of the South African Financial Intelligence Unit highlighting the alleged looting and laundering of over 600 million of Zimbabwe Electoral Commission funds confirms that this is not an isolated incident, but a pattern of criminality that is tarnishing our nation's name across the region. 8. Your Excellency, the people of Zimbabwe are left with agonizing questions. A. How can a man with credible business, how can a man with no credible business record or not become the beneficiary of hundreds of millions of dollars in state funds? B. Why have the Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission and other law enforcement agencies been seemingly paralyzed in investigating and acting upon these allegations? C. What has happened to the promise of a Zimbabwe for all, where law is applied fairly, and without fear or favor? 9. We urgently and respectfully request the following. A. Immediate investigation. Commission an independent, transparent, and swift forensic audit into the transactions involving the aforementioned companies and the Ministry of Finance. This investigation must have the full cooperation of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe and all commercial banks involved. Now it goes further. Let me look for another. Now I think we were in B, prosecution. Ensure the immediate arrest and prosecution of Mr. Wicknell Chivayo and every single government official and accomplice named and implicated in this scheme. This must be done without any fear or favor, demonstrating that no one is above the law. C. Asset freezing and forfeiture. Immediately freeze all assets, both local and international, belonging to Mr. Chivayo and his associates linked to these alleged crimes. Initiate proceedings for the civil forfeiture of these assets to recover the stolen funds for the people of Zimbabwe. D. Full accountability. Provide a public report on the findings of the investigation and the action taken to restore a measure of public trust in our institutions. 11. Your Excellency, the people of Zimbabwe are watching. The legacy of your presidency will be defined by how you handle this moment of profound crisis. We urge you to choose the path of integrity, to side with the millions of suffering Zimbabweans, and to act decisively against this criminal capture of our state. 12. We have chosen the path of an open letter to ensure transparency and to assure our fellow citizens that we are committed to defending national interests. We believe that acting upon this letter is crucial for restoring public trust and securing the economic future of our beloved nation. 13. We remain hopeful that you will heed this call and act decisively to end this alleged grand corruption and ensure justice is served. 14. The choice is yours. The Zimbabwe people see the looting and impunity. History is recording. 15. Respectfully yours, Comrade Blessed Geza, Blessed Runesu Geza. 4. And on behalf of concerned citizens of the Republic of Zimbabwe, copied to the Speaker of the National Assembly, the President of the Senate, the Chairperson, Joint Operations Command, the Commissioner General, Zimbabwe Republic Police, the Chairperson, Zimbabwe Anti-Corruption Commission, the media, and the public. So it's for all of us. That is why we are reading it. Now, okay, people may take, let me talk now, it's my time to talk. People may take what is happening for granted. Though this is part of the letters that, in this letter specifically, Blessed Geza addresses Emerson Mnangagwa to urgently act on corruption alleged to have been carried out by Wicknell Chivayo, and also ordering the state institutions, asking, in fact, rather, the state institutions to act on Wicknell Chivayo. So someone says writing letters will not work. I wonder why Comrade Geza is wasting his time. I'm sure these people, what they are simply doing, they are just following the process. You know, you just don't jump into the streets. You should have at least something written that we have tried. Or he is indicating on the letter that they have tried the avenues of engaging him, and he has closed the avenues. This letter was supposed to be written direct to him. It appears Blessed Geza is giving us a picture that Mnangagwa is no longer listening. He has closed all the avenues of trying to engage with him. That is what Blessed Geza is saying. So now this is a process of saying, no, but before, someone else decides to take his law into his own hands, first of all, I have started by urging this person in authority to do this. But has he done this? I think that is where they are at the moment of saying, no, we want, if you look at the tone even of the letter, it's not the usual Blessed Geza that we are used to. Remember, when you see Blessed Geza, you're not seeing one individual. There are a lot of people behind Blessed Geza. He is also taking advice. He is representing war veterans. He has never shied away from it. He is also equally for retired General Chiwenga to take over the presidency. So here they are actually giving Emerson Mnangagwa the benefit of the doubt of saying, okay, we are respectfully presenting this, asking you in a respectful manner to act on Wicknell Chivayo. This does not mean that what they have written there, they expect Emerson Mnangagwa to take it seriously. Definitely is bound not to take it seriously. But this would be a justification to say we tried to engage with this person respectfully. Look how he actually responded to us. I think that's exactly. I'm sure this letter is just like the dossier that was presented by retired General Chiwenga. I will talk about this matter on the next live broadcast, hopefully, if there is no other issue that catches my attention. So this is just saying, okay, we have tried to actually knock some sense into this regime. We have tried all means possible to communicate with them, and this is how they have responded. And this justifies our action now to take law into our hands in terms of making sure that what they failed to do, we complete the job. So it's a process of removing Emerson Mnangagwa, of which I have always at pains explaining that it started long time ago. It is ongoing, and the people are going to 17th of October. Maybe also part of the process going ahead to, it's not easy to remove a dictator. It's not very easy. It's gonna be a very difficult and a lot of work would be put into this. You can see that they are removing someone who is defiant, someone who is arrogant, someone with roots, who has actually, since 2017, his roots have been actually spreading all over, so that it becomes hard for him to be uprooted. So it's gonna take a really rigorous process, but this is intensification. We are going to be seeing such issues, and obviously a lot of people may say, but letters, we don't need letters, we need action. It starts with letters. The struggle has to be it doesn't have to actually, yes, I mean, always begin with violence or action, as people may call it. It begins with first of all giving someone a chance, giving opening that door for engagement, of saying, please, we want to engage. These are our terms and conditions of our engagement. Can you listen to us? So this is what they are simply doing to Emerson Mnangagwa. It's part of the plans, I think, from A to Z plans. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the